What's up, y'all? This is Jeff Lightsy Jr. here with the Ball Sports Network. And today, January 14th, Jim Caldwell was hired as the new head coach of the Detroit Lions. And most people that know me would be like, Jeff, you should be happy a black man was able to fill the vacancy of the Detroit Lions head coaching position. But my thing is, I'm not completely satisfied on why Jim Caldwell was ever fired from his previous head coaching job with the Indianapolis Colts. And if you don't know Jim Caldwell's history, he was once the offensive coordinator with the Colts under Tony Dungy. And then when Tony Dungy decided to retire, Jim Caldwell got the reins to be the head man in Indianapolis. And so he lasted 3 seasons. And in his first season, they went 14-2 and went all the way to the Super Bowl where they lost to the Saints. His second season, they went 10-6, still won the AFC South division title, but lost once again in the playoffs. And then in his third season, Peyton Manning underwent 4 neck surgeries during the offseason, and the Colts just had a disastrous year, and that ultimately cost Jim Caldwell his job. They went 2-14. But my thing is, why was his leash so short? I mean, I know NFL is a business, and it's a what have you done for me now business. But 3 years? 3 years? Really? That's all he gave him? And 2 of them, he won the division title, just that last one with no superstar quarterback? You decide to cut him loose? Now, I understand they had the #1 pick, and they were going to draft Andrew Luck, which they did, and you probably wanted like a new face or something to go with the new quarterback just to say we're rebuilding or whatever. But nobody, not even Bill Walsh would have been able to win multiple games with that Colts team. That Colts team was just awful. I mean, let's just be real. It was awful. So why was Jim Caldwell's leash so short? And so they bring in Chuck Pagano. Chuck Pagano has been there for 2 seasons now. So I did some, what I like to do, some stats comparisons. So Chuck Pagano in 2 years has went 22-10 with the Indianapolis Colts. Now Jim Caldwell in his first 2 seasons went 24 and he won 24 games. Now, I mean, what is that? Okay, if you do the third season, Jim Caldwell, even with 14 losses, he was still able to go 26-22 with that Colts team. 26-22 with one season that he had 14 losses. 14. In the other seasons, in his other 2 seasons combined, he only had 8 losses. So why was his leash so short? Like, I mean, I know the NFL is that type of business, but I just don't believe that Caldwell should have had that short of a leash. I mean, that's just my personal opinion, but I am happy that Caldwell has a new second chance with the Detroit Lions, and I think Jim Caldwell is a pretty good coach, and especially on the offensive side of the ball. Now, you can say, oh yeah, he always had Peyton Manning, so of course the stats are going to be skewed because Peyton Manning is the quarterback. No matter where he goes, he has success. That is true. But Jim Caldwell still has, I mean, he doesn't have a job just to sit there. He's obviously doing something. And even in Baltimore, he was able to help Joe Flacco win the Super Bowl. He was the orchestrator behind Joe Flacco's magnificent playoff run to win the Super Bowl. So obviously, he can coach pretty well. And then, so in Detroit, I think he's going to bring character. He's going to have that offense with all those pieces. Detroit is a ticking time bomb. All they need is somebody to put it all together, and that offense is going to explode on the NFL. It has too much talent not to be as good as it should be. Like, it should be way better than what it was last year. I just thank y'all for listening once again. My name is Jeff Lightsy Jr. You can follow me on Twitter or hit my email address, or subscribe to my YouTube channels where I post all my videos, and also to Ball Sports. Thank you for listening. Once again, it's Jeff Lightsy Jr. Peace.